Round 9, Silverstone, Beckett's, Maggots, Cops, Valley, Vale. It's Thursday night, let's go! One, two, three, 4, 5 lights. And we're racing in Suzuka. He's got a whole load of Josh Mills right behind him, and Mills gone! Wow! Into the chicane to win the Suzuka Grand Prix. He's got to do it. Oh, this is getting naughty, it's getting silly! Oh yes, it is Thursday night at SimRacingHub, and we are for round 9 at Silverstone, the British Grand Prix. About an hour and a half distance from London in a motor vehicle, and we look at the famous British Drivers Racing Club building, 5.9 kilometers long. They did extend it in recent years, 52 laps, 18 turns, so many turns, and so many classic turns. A classic circuit on the track, 2 DRS zones. Today, 1 down the Hanger Straight, 1 down the Wellington Straight, and the hardest tires available for tonight's race. So thank you for joining us. This is round 9 of the 2025 SimRacingHub Championship. I am Matt Harto, and alongside me in the booth, well, he's not alongside me in the booth, he's actually quite a long way away from me in the booth, but it is Janos Magasrevy, who I believe finished on the podium here last year. He will not be finishing on the podium this year.
I'm virtually alongside you. It's good to have you back, Matt. I ran out of voice the last time around, so definitely good to have you back.
It's definitely different when you do it on your own.
Yes.
You even get fed up of hearing your own voice, which, you know, you don't need anybody else to tell you that they're fed up of hearing your voice as well. But we're not going to be fed up tonight because we're at Silverstone, and it is a classic track. I believe that we've got a few surprises on what we're going to try and do today. Maybe we're going to try and talk to some of these drivers before they get going around this very, very fast circuit.
Let's go ahead and let's see who wants to say something before. All right, guys, you are live on the air.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hello. Who do we have?
Hello.
Oh, I know that voice. That's the first of one, the mutant in the field, Richard Walcott. Racing tonight, Richard. You're not taking tonight off.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So you missed a couple of races, right? But Silverstone, a good track. You feeling good here tonight?
Yeah, it's been a good track in the past. Well, I feel pretty good to see how it goes.
We got Josh Mills here as well. We have Richard Haney and Sean Higgins. So we have the full Kick Sauber team here on the paddock.
Gonna get 2 Kick Saubers in the points here today. We look like first, are we gonna get 2 Kick Saubers in the top 10 in qualifying? That's the big question.
If we can help it.
Well, you can help it. It's kind of your job. You have to drive fast around the track, and then you will make the top 10. Promise you, that's how it works. The balance is feeling pretty good, though.
Yes, I'm still making last-second changes here.
Those are always the worst.
You are?
Careful with the setup. You remember what happens when you touch the car right before qualifying.
Yeah.
Hey Josh, how do you prepare for this race? Are you looking good for another podium, or are you up there with our Janices and Ezekiels.
I'm pretty optimistic today, so I'm gonna go for that top spot today. So I'm hoping we nail the strategy today and hopefully find ourselves in the mix towards the end of the race.
Well, that would be good. I mean, you're not a million miles away. It's one of those things where sometimes it feels like you're a long way away when there's only been 2 winners so far in each one of these races. But yet, in the points, realistically speaking, one race can still make a big difference. So good luck tonight, all of you, and yeah, let's have a good race and enjoy Silverstone.
Right on, we will.
Yep, thanks.
Enjoy commentating on it.
All right.
Make us enjoy it. Make us enjoy it.
I think you'll see a few split strategies tonight. I hear a few things up and down that a lot of people are doing different things. So should be interesting.
All right. Well, good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Head back to our booth.
Thanks.
Here. All right. So yeah, that was interesting. So yep. We're only like a minute to go before qualifying here. Let's go over the calendar quickly here. I'm gonna show it so everybody knows where we are. So yeah, like you said, this is Silverstone. So round 9, halfway through the season already. Can you imagine that? How quickly this is going?
I've missed some races, so it doesn't feel like it at all. Actually, it feels like we're like round 5. So.
Alright, so I think we're gonna move ahead with qualifying right now. How many drivers do we have? We have the full grid, 20 drivers with a couple of substitutes that we're gonna go over in a little bit. Alright, let's do qualifying.
Yeah. We still haven't learned how to say sterigu.
Oh yes, well that's right. We have the second of 2 Greeks tonight. So Tiri Stergiou, I guess I'm gonna have to ask him how do you say his name. So he's replacing Cliff Van de Waard tonight, who's busy doing some boating event or something like that in Montreal.
Interesting. The top 3 coming out of the pits here are 1, 2, and 3 in the championship in exactly that order. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. We're going to kind of get, if these guys don't screw it up, it's going to be boom, 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 right off the bat to see who's going to put up the original lap. So
the usual suspects here, I guess.
Yeah. Is anybody going to beat Riera tonight? Is Montero going to beat himself tonight with his connection? Or luckily all those things, I believe you fixed them. Somebody told me.
Well, he was having some issue with Logitech plugin, I think it is, and apparently he uninstalled that and that got rid of the problem, but you know how it is.
I do. I'm actually commentating tonight without any internet on the internet, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the first for me, the wonderful 2 hours of trying to, we're hotspotting a hotspot and there's a hotspot on hotspot, but we're going to make it work. What's interesting to me though is, I mean, maybe it's my terrible connection, or maybe it's because we've got the hardest compounds, but guys are weaving around like drunk monkeys on the outlap of qualifying, which is wild, trying to get any type of heat into the tires. Do you think that guys will do maybe 2 laps here?
Well, I heard from some of the drivers that getting the tires to temperature here is quite difficult. And the other thing is the ERS system. It relies on braking, and there's hardly any hard braking zone here, so it's gonna take some time to recharge. So I think they'll be doing just 1 lap just because of the ERS.
Okay, that makes sense with the battery. We're on board with our Janos Riera, and we're going to go easy through the first 2 turns, and then heavy braking before that lovely white line, which is a beautiful marker because nobody can take it out and crash into it. I hate those polystyrene markers. Oh, a squirrel on the outside, but he's got the power down. Going down the Wellington straight, we're going to go through 7th gear into 8th gear. I remember a time when there was only 7 gears. This corner's a very strange one, very late. And
very difficult one.
I believe the corner that Jensen Button said is the most frustrating corner on the calendar.
It's so difficult to get right, like every time you get a different line.
Yeah, and the line doesn't even matter. You just have to get on the power 4 cups. That seemed pretty flat through there. Still in 8th gear, powering down into the Beckett's Maggots Chapel. Downshift. Another downshift. Oh, is it 2 downshifts in there? But now we're back onto the hanger straight. DRS wide open for our Janos Riera. What are the times looking like? Purple.
Everything purple.
Every single thing purple. We got Barney the dinosaur going here for our Janos Riera into the Vale Complex. Takes a lot of curb. That curb's quite flat on our factor this year. Around through Lewis Hamilton's famous corner where he overtook 2 guys and a 125.7 versus a 26.1. And Watts Mills got a 26.2, so he's pretty close, but close to Montero, not close to our Janos Riera.
So looking at the times during practice, Argenis did he almost his personal best, but still somewhat far from the leader, who doesn't even race. He's actually Florian Becker. He's, I believe he's in the Netherlands, and he obviously can't race at this time, unless you're Greek and you can wake up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Aaron Rabe,
I
faster
know
than Walcott.
you mentioned previous pole sitters here, so yes, I had pole position in 2022, but the last 2 have been, to Argenis Riera, the usual suspect up there. Also, he got it in 2021, and Montero got it in 2020. So these 2 are going to be fighting it tonight. That's what I expect, and that's how it looks.
Yeah, and I mean, you could still get pole here tonight, but it's not looking likely. Jacopo Cardozo, am I looking at this right? He's in 5th, and there's a lot of guys that have put times up here. That's a good time for Jacopo.
Yeah.
Oh, big moment. That was that Kovacic?
Check Kovacic.
He had a big moment at Cops. He had to get way out of it, so he's gonna now have to back up.
Still there. So yeah, talking
still
back to Cardoso. Cardoso showed some good pace during practice on Tuesday. So I can expect him to be maybe not fighting for the podium, but definitely between P4 and P6.
Darren Fisher in P4. Look at that. He's had a bit of a resurgence as well in this series.
The Swiss Fish.
Swish Fish with the ever red Michael Schumacher-esque MoneyGram. I don't remember Michael Schumacher ever being sponsored by MoneyGram, but Swish Fish is in the MoneyGram pass. P4 is nice for him. We've got Juan Arago not driving the Ferrari tonight, so that's a bit confusing for me. He's in the McLaren because he's one of the substitutes.
He's replacing Glenn Cooper.
Yes, Jean-Pierre Lalin set out of the top 10 on the first go-around, but look at these times, Janos. 27, 2, 2, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7.
Very close.
Crazy close, and this is what Silverstone goes. Even, honestly, all of these guys in the 27s, 26 is good for P2 and
But nobody
P3s.
else has set that purple sector time other than that lap that Argenis Riera did. So they're coming back into the pits for the in laps and then the out laps, and we'll have another go at this. Let's see what Montero can do. He's quite far, 3/10 away.
Yeah, and there's 4 guys that did not post a lap time, so you might beat those on the grid. Janos, Dejan Kovacic, Mitsalis, Cook, and Jeff Oppenheim.
So you're saying I'm
yeah.
P17 right now.
Currently, yes. I mean, well, actually, alphabetically, are you ahead of me or am I ahead of you? We don't quite know, but
Yeah.
if I joined the server right now with my internet connection, it would explode. So I'm going to stay on spectate mode. Let's see.
I'm on board here with Montero to see if he can put a purple sector 1 and challenge Riera for pole position. Oh, but he went wide. He completely lost that one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very well.
I
Now,
think he's gonna continue on this one and go ahead in the next one for sure. Not wasting too much ERS.
Yeah, he's got enough time, right,
Yeah.
to build it back up, so that makes sense. At least that's a good thing with making the mistake so early in the lap. What about Mills? Where is Millsy?
Mills P3, but personal best sector 1. We'll see if he makes a difference in sector 2, but still somewhat far.
Yeah.
So on cops right now, flat out.
I do wish these cars screamed a little bit more when you're
Yeah.
sitting in 8th gear. It makes it seem like it's easy, but it still is fun to drive. But I just wish these were revving up. Well, it's sector 2.
Sector
like
2, purple.
It's
Purple sector 2, yeah.
Purple.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting interested.
We have a
here.
contender here. Let's see.
Comes around Stowe.
He needs to make up a
Heavy
lot of
break.
time here.
That did look pretty quick. I thought Riera left a little bit of time.
Might
on
be
the
good for
board.
P2. We'll see.
Should get 2. Yes, it will.
He gets
26.09.
P2. Still 2 tenths off, but it's an improvement. So Montero is in the garage. So he's going out again. He has 2 minutes to go. So yeah, we'll just keep an eye on him.
Yeah, he'll get a chance. Fisher
And,
is on a run right here.
Riera is about to start another hot lap.
Fisher's coming up behind a credit card, and that is not good. What you want to see on your fast lap. He might get away with it. Yes. Broderson gets out of the way, which is good.
On board with
Jumping on top.
Riera right now, starting another hot lap here. Let's see if he can improve on that time. Not the best.
Walcott to P4.
Wow! Oh,
Rick
wow!
Walcott.
Richard Walcott, yeah.
You could see he was, he seemed like he was all under control, and Walcott pushed himself into the 26s. Fisher's in the 26s too, 26.8. So that's impressive. These guys are going faster and faster. We have another guy. Oh, Cardozo just jumped over Lalancette. Cardozo is legit improving his pace here.
He's showing his pace. So
Very
Riera, not a personal best sector 1, so this will probably not be another quick lap from him.
It's a horrific lap.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way.
let's put it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're, I like the way when you said he's not beat his first sector. You mean everybody else's first sector at the same time.
Yeah.
So who have we got on a lap here? So we're waiting for Montero to come around.
O-double-T-O. He's had a terrible season so far.
Yep. Too many zeros.
So
for
Josh
O.
is in the pits. I guess he's had enough with that time. But let's keep an eye on Montero.
Montero.
He's starting his
on
lap
board.
right now.
Can he get through turn 3 and 4, which he didn't manage to do last time? Dives it into the corner. Hits the apex, we think.
Almost lost it there.
Oh, just the clumsy. Really struggling around that part of the circuit. Sanabria goes to P9. Ravi's up to P8 while we're watching on board down the Wellington Straight. Let's see what this time's going to be like.
27.7. So personal best. Let's see. Sector 2 is the one where. Oh look, Argenis just set a fastest sector 2 on that time, but I didn't improve.
So into Cop's corner. Really, at this point, you can only do things wrong at this period of the lap because obviously this section is flat, easy in qualifying. Very difficult lap 1 on the harder tires with heavy fuel, but in qualifying, no problem at all. And then here, you're just really trying to get through this section without making
Really pushing that car.
That car is wiggling around a 35.2.
Personal
So
best. Is he good enough to beat Mills? We'll find out. But Mills had a great sector 2.
it's a bit slidey around Stowe.
Yeah, looks quite unstable for Montero.
He's pushing it, and he missed the apex by a mile and a half going into this section. It's going to be close between him and Mills. Has he got enough speed?
Let's see.
He does not.
It's very slow sector 3, so he remains in P3. Wow.
The mistake at the end there did definitely cost him. Further down the board, oh no, everybody did a lap, so Janos will not make the
I'm gonna be out. Maybe a bit Jeff. He's in the pits.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
anybody else on the lap? Ravi, Cardozo, P6.
Cardozo, what a result for him, yeah.
That's the first. Is it the first time top 10 this year?
I think he's been there before, but definitely not too often. Well, let's go over the session results now that the session is over. Well, the guys return to the pits. All right, so
Okay.
let's go ahead with that. Pole position, surprise.
Yeah.
Argenis Riera.
Both lap 25.7.9, and honestly, maybe there was even a little bit more speed in there. I don't think the other two really got super close to him, but Josh Mills 26.09, almost got into the 25s. I think he would have been pretty happy with that going into the session. P2 for Red Bull Racing.
Ezequiel Montero in P3.
Lead Mercedes driver, but he was always the lead Mercedes driver. Richard Walcott, the first of 1, Bermudan's in the field and pops himself up into a lovely P4. 1 second off of our Janos, but we won't talk about that.
There's another group of people here besides the top two. So we have Darren Fisher with a nice qualifying here in P5 for Monogram Haas F1.
And the thing is, too, about SimRacingHub is there's another group of people, but these people are actually champions in other leagues, too. So this is, thinking that, oh, yeah, I can probably get myself in that gap pretty easy. Think again.
Yeah.
Jacobo Cardozo, we just talked about him in the Alpine. I don't even know where the other Alpine is. I don't know who's driving the other Alpine. Where is it? Is it the captain? Yes, it is. Down
Captain
to 19.
John Cook, yeah.
Great performance for Jacobo
I guess
Cardozo.
you can continue going through this. I'm going to be checking to see who escaped and went back on track.
We know if there's anybody that gets in
Yeah,
trouble.
checking.
Jean-Pierre Lalancette, the Red Bull Racing. So that's, Red Bull is the first team to have both drivers on the grid. Aaron Rabe in the Ferrari P8, 27.2. Alejandro Sanabria P9 Mercedes 27.2. Was Wanarego for the McLaren 27.2. Otto Acosta getting out by his teammate, but we need something. Let's
quite
go.
a surprise.
Let's go. Haney did not make the top 10 that he was promised us, I believe, if you look back at the tape. Dejan Kovacic, we saw him have a moment. He recovered back to P13, but he dumped his first run, so that's always a bit of a pressure situation when you do that. Senior Ricardo in 14th for the Aston Martin. And now, you've got to do this one. Soteris
Sergio, I guess we'll find out later.
Williams, yes.
He'll let us know. Sorry for butchering your name.
Sean Higgins in the other Kick Sauber. We've got kind of Williams, Kick Sauber, then another Williams, Tony Metsalis. So the Williams are going to be kind of back to back on the grid, which is always nerve-wracking if one of them gets a bad start. Stephen Broderson in P18 in the RB. It's not a Red Bull, it's just an RB. It's kind of like TD or like a bank. John Cook, the captain in the Alpine, will still demand to be the number one driver and number one attention, even though his teammate is in P6. And Jeff Oppenheim rounding out the field.
No lap time set. He maybe had an incident going out, but nobody escaped and went out on track, so everybody is good to go. So let's go over. While they do the warm-up right now, let's go over the season standings. So,
can I have a guess who is number one?
Take a guess. Not too difficult. at least for now.
It is the teammate of Ricardo Senior.
Well, you got it right. Second place for Ezequiel Montero, and then in third we have Josh Mills. Right behind him is his teammate Jean-Pierre Lalancette. So good job there for Red Bull 3 and 4. Alejandro Sanabria, who took my car, he's doing really good so far. He's in P5. Yep. Glenn Cooper, he's
behind.
Yeah, right behind Lalancette. So this may change positions after this race. In P5 we have Glenn Cooper, who's actually watching our race. Richard Walcott in P7, Dejan Kovacic in P8. I am in P9, even though I haven't raced in 4 races already. Still in P9. And Otto Acosta rounds the top 10. So let's go and look at the teams.
Where am I?
You are in Toronto.
Yes, I'm not.
Let's look at the team standings. Mercedes-AMG Petronas comfortably ahead, 206 points. Red Bull Racing in second place with 169 points, so they have a substantial lead over the Red Bulls. But I get the feeling we're gonna have that fight all the way down to the last race between these two teams. And then we have a team who's probably racing one car all the time, even though they have 2 cars. Aston Martin in P3. McLaren in P4, Scuderia Ferrari in P5, Monogram Haas F1 team in P6, and the team who has so many names, Stake F1 team, Kick Sauber in P7, Williams Racing in P8, BWT Alpine F1 team in P9, and your favorite credit card car. Visa Cash App Racing Bulls F1 team last in P10. They still have 0 points. I can't believe that.
It just sounds like a scam, right? Visa Cash App. It's a scam.
It's a scam.
It's a scam car.
Oh,
Okay?
God.
That's why it's at the back of the field, because unfortunately, the whole car is a scam. But
Yeah.
we'll see whether the drivers can get some points. Are they off the board yet? Did they get any points yet this year?
They'll still with 0 points. So I've been rooting for them for a while. They were very close in Austria. Like P11 or something like that. Somebody got there. So very close to getting their first point of the season.
And where are we on weather? It's not going to rain here today. It's brittle.
No,
so
there's not a single cloud inside, so it should be fine.
But is there going to be? When is the next live weather race?
All of them are live, but they're just been lucky so far, I guess. No threat of rain. But we'll be at Spa soon, and you know how that is.
100% chance.
Yeah. So we have about 30 seconds to go, and then we'll move to the race. So this is going quite fast tonight.
Gotta get it going. Gotta get it going.
Gotta get it going.
Thursday night.
Yep.
Time to fight. We got 17 seconds left for guys to figure out. I mean, maybe Haney's still making some changes on the setup. No?
Well, he recorded a lap, so under Parc Fermé he can't do that, but you can always touch the front wing. That's gonna make a difference for sure.
Yeah, I actually, I hate to say it, but there has been a race or two that you've started with a new setup.
Oh, yes.
Usually when things are not going very well, when you're making last-minute adjustments, or when you're planning on making adjustments at the first pit stop. That's the other classic one too, right? Is that
Yeah,
you're having to adjust the wing just to get it to
touching the
turn.
wings is like a last resort here to see what you can get out of it. All right, so I guess it's time to move to the race session.
Want to keep an eye today too on straight line speed, on who's got the fastest car, because it's going to be very, very important when it comes to overtaking. It does make it a little bit difficult with the boost system, because you never quite know who's pushing the button. But
Let's make sure that I get the replay thing working as usual. It's always a tricky thing to do here with this game, but hopefully this is gonna work fine.
it's not a game.
It's not a game, right? This is a sim.
There you go. Oh, I like that. There's the Hilton Garden Inn next to the.
Yeah. I noticed that yesterday.
That's very, very in depth, very detailed.
Yep.
This is great. Yeah. Shout out to Hilton, not the regular Hilton. It's like a Garden Inn.
We're waiting for some sort of sponsorship here, by the way. All right, so shall we go over the starting grid here? Starting order.
Yes, we
Let's
can. We're
go
not
with
gonna
that.
say tires because
We know how that goes.
This time, because we're gonna give you a chance to do the Greek names. So, Janos Riera, P1 for the Aston Martin team.
Josh Mills in P2 for Red Bull.
P3 is Zeke Montero. Should be probably leading this championship. Isn't quite leading this championship. Can he lead into turn 1?
P4 for Richard Walcott. And this
good.
overlay is already on P12, so it's going very quickly. So let's let's let it finish, and I guess.
Mr. Cardozo, Lalan Set, Rabbi, Sanabria, Juanarego, Otto Acosta, Richard Heaney, and
P16 already. Oh my God. P17. So Tony Mitsalis. P8.
Protestant in P18. We gotta
The
get that
captain John Cook in
John
P19.
and Jeff Oppenheim in P20. So there's a, I think you know what we did there was we did it justice, because when you're in the middle of the field, it doesn't really matter, and that's kind of what it feels like, is that you're kind of just in the middle, and we just skipped over the middle. So we dealt with the front and the back and everybody else in the middle. Good luck getting through the first lap, because you never quite know if you're going to make it through. So that's kind of what it feels like in the cockpit. That's kind of what it feels like in the commentary booth.
I'm still gonna show the cars quickly here. Josh in second place, Ezekiel third. Everybody seems okay so far. No craziness in the formation lap. Richard Walcott P4, Fisher in P5. They're not weaving too much. Some of them are very calm, but I do see Cardoso trying to get some heat on those. At least temporarily, they are soft tires. We'll see what it loads after lap 1. La Lancette in P7 also showing with softs, Aaron Rabi with the medium, so maybe these are the tires. Sanabria in P9 with the soft, and rounding the top 10 we have Orrego with the mediums.
So when Mills said about the different strategies, I mean, you've got the pole sitter on the mediums, you've got Josh Mills on the softs in P2, then you've got hards in P3, softs in P4, mediums in P5. It's gonna be, the tires is gonna be a mess. So let's do that after the start lights. Hope you got your pen and paper ready, because I'm not.
I got it right here, so I'll take a screenshot once it begins, and we'll try to keep an eye. Oh, somebody's backing up at the end. Jeff missed his starting place.
I can tell you where it is. It's last. How do you miss it? It's right there.
There we go.
All the fans watching from the Hilton Garden Inn paid a fortune for those rooms, and we are going to see the lights. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5 lights at Silverstone. It's Thursday night. Under the lights, Mills with a cracker start as usual. Riera got sideways. Mills is going to be long gone into turn 1. Will the rest of the pack make it through?
Wow.
We got somebody off in the background. That was probably one of the Greeks in the blue car.
Great start from Mills, from P3 all the way up to the lead.
He was gone. It looks pretty clean, honestly, in the middle of the field. Not too much action going on. A few guys have lost position. Sanabria down in 13th.
I think Mitsalis and Cook had an issue because they're showing last. Mitsalis definitely wasn't that far back.
I was watching on board with OTTO Acosta. He's behind Haney, who's got himself up into the top 10.
Oh, what a
we
fight.
will now have a chance to go back through the top of the field.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the replay maybe in a couple of laps, because right now it's quite busy, and I expect this to be the case at this track. So look at the gap. Look at
Lancette looking up the inside of Jacobo. He was looking up the inside going into Beckett's Maggots Cops, and he said, "Nah, I changed my mind." But now he's going to be right behind him, and it looks like Fisher made a mistake. So Cardozo's going to be getting the stream of Fisher. No DRS yet, but here comes Cardozo on Fisher. Will he go for a move? If he doesn't, Lancette's going to be there.
On board with La Lancette, looking at this train ahead. But look at the lead that Mills already pulled out. 1.3 seconds already ahead of Riera.
Acosta and Haney side by side. Acosta's going to try and go around the outside of the final turn. This is bold!
Oh, wow.
Made it work. Wow, Acosta's not messing around today.
No, they definitely was slow in qualifying, but we know how quick he can be in the race. So
well, he needs to stay at that lead train, and I think that he's kind of seeing that. And
look at how compact that field is. I mean, we have 11 seconds from P1 all the way to the end, so that is a pretty good start here.
Yeah, and considering that Josh Mills is probably 10.5 of those 11 seconds, because he's gone. He absolutely just...
So
I mean...
I think at this stage we can actually look at the tires. So let's see. Let me take a quick screenshot here, and we can keep an eye on the pit stops later on. This time you're going to be able to help me, because the last race I missed a critical part with the pit stops, and that kind of messed up everything.
And it's going to be hard today because they're all on different tires.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very... Montero went wide at Cops. Walcott is going to be in the ballpark of him, but Walcott's also on the softs. Remember, Montero's on the hards, so I think Walcott's going to be all over the back of Montero for a bit. Montero's keeping up with Riera and Mills quite good, considering he's on those hards.
Well, this explains the gap so far. I mean, Josh is running the soft tires, which is a C3. It's a pretty good compound. But definitely C2 and C1 are much harder compounds, Kovacic.
Sorry, he was looking at the inside of Haney, and he didn't get it done. Sanabria really did drop back, and he's on the soft tires. That's not
yeah, he probably had a bad start. So at some point we're going to have a replay of the start. We need to look at what happened with Mitsalis, and maybe have another look at the onboard from Josh Mills, because that was a great start for him.
It was, and I think that they did get a little bit squirrely from Riera. We've got the two McLarens fighting each other, so excuse me, will the Wanarego let Acosta pass? I don't think he's going to have much choice, because here goes Acosta up the inside.
DRS open, yep, easy peasy. No papaya rules there, huh?
Oh, they didn't crash into each other for once, so that's good.
Yeah.
Sanabria just waiting around that.
So many
frustrating
fights
corner.
going on, but definitely this train.
Cardozo's right behind Fisher too.
I-
Oh, there's somebody in the wall!
Who was that?
Montero!
Montero hit the wall. No way. Oh
A
my
cop
God,
in
he's
the wall.
dropping. Oh my God, this could be it for the championship. This could
Montero.
definitely be it for the championship. I'm rewinding here to look at the accident.
No, I already know what happened.
Oh, he
What
lost it
happened
at
was
cops. Let's see.
He started on the hard tires, and this is what happens: is that you.
Oh
you
my
run
God,
the grid.
he ran out so quickly that the camera can catch. Oh my God. Yeah, we saw in qualifying how loose that car was. Yeah, he went over the curbs and lost the rear. Oh my God, that was some
He did
impact.
that a lap or two earlier, and that was the thing. He was struggling there anyway. I think Montero only knows one speed, which is to keep your foot in.
That is really.
Oh, Lalanset on the inside of Cardozo. He's just sticking his nose in.
I
Clean
gotta go
driving.
back live here. Let's see. Forwarding.
There's going to be a bit of a fight down this Wellington straight. Cardozo with a great launch off of it. I can't believe that Montero's already out of the race.
Yeah.
I was on board, I think it was Fisher, and I just saw a Mercedes in the gravel there. And somebody else is dropping down. Oh, it was Ravi, I think, got past Arrigo maybe. Yep. So
Wow.
and Acosta got by Ravi. That's what happened. So Acosta's actually got some good pace here. He's up to P7.
Well, I
already.
think we can look at the replay right now for the start. Let's see. Let's go with Josh Mills on board because that was an amazing start. Let's see. Let's see if this works. All right. Apparently this will work. So yes. So where are the other cars? Did he start first?
Mills was first basically by the start, but no, he didn't start first.
Oh yes, because you can barely see Riera. That's right. I thought he was third for
He was
some
gone.
reason.
He was long gone.
Wow. So Riera was nowhere visible in this. Let me go back again live, and then let's try this again from Montero's car. That's probably where it's gonna be more interesting.
I'm watching this Lalanset Cardozo battle, and Lalanset's just looking at the inside, going into turn 2. Yeah, he looks like he might got the pass done. So Lalanset is ahead of Cardozo, and he's going to be behind Fisher now.
Looking at the start again now from Montero's car. Let's see how quickly Josh disappeared here. Wow, yeah, he really nailed that start. I mean, and Riera had a lot of wheel spin. That's probably what cost him the position so easily. Wow, well, we have a crazy turns of events here with that retirement. So we are now live again.
So Sanabria, I'm walking on board with him. He's still stuck behind Kovacic. He's trying to make a pass, but Kovacic is right behind the kicking Sauber of Kikani. And back up to the Lalanset fight, because Lalanset got by Cardozo. Now he's going to be attacking Fisher, who, definitely struggling. What tires is Fisher on? He's on the softs.
Fisher. Yeah, maybe
Cardozo.
sometimes you have to say, I guess if you tell the position, I'm able to find them quicker because I have to go through this list.
Well, P4, Lalanset just went
P4, there it
P4,
is. So Fisher, there we go.
Yeah. Fisher just went down to P5 because Lalanset went easily around the outside of him. Fisher's on the mediums, Lalanset is on the softs. So, and then Cardozo's going to be attacking Fisher. This is why Fisher's struggling, because he's on the mediums. I just think that Montero, did he need to start on the hard?
Well, he's been doing that this season. I think it's worked for him so far, but I don't think it was a tire problem. From qualifying, I mean, he was running the soft compound, and still the car looked very loose, very twitchy. So, and I can tell you from experience with this car, it's unforgiving. I mean, once you start losing the rear, that's it. There's no confidence.
Did the hard tires give more or less grip? So
obviously they give you less grip.
Compounds the problem, I think.
But yeah, with a loose rear and at cops where you're supposed to be flat out, did
he lose the rear, or did he?
I think he lost the rear. He went over the left side curb too much and then unsettled the car and lost it. That was a heavy impact. He lost the rear wing and one of the rear wheels. So yeah, it was an immediate retirement. probably lost the engine too, but I couldn't hear it.
And all of this has meant that Richard Walcott is doing Richard Walcott things, and he's got a podium P3 right now.
Yeah.
Literally nobody else in sight of anything. But he's in P3 already, and he's waiting to catch up. Now, the gap between Mills and Riara hasn't been opening up, and obviously Riara's got the mediums versus Mills' softs. Mills purple, though. I mean, I think when you give Mills an opportunity like this, he sees that he's got a fast car.
Yeah.
I would think that he is.
Well, with this type of strategy, he needs to be pushing like crazy here. Maybe he's on a two-stop strategy here. Normally, you should be able to get one stop.
It's Higgins in 11th. Was
Higgins.
fighting. Sanabria, where has he gone? Where has Sanabria gone?
Sanabria dropped down to 17.
Must have
Sanabria
been
is with the soft tire, so he didn't pit or anything. But let me see if I can get a replay going, and we can see.
Right, he looked like he finally got past Kovacic on the stand.
We can see what happened. Oh yeah. So he's off the track on the last turn. Rewinding a little bit here to see what happened to him. So it looks like it was a. Oh no, there was contact with Haas. That was Dejan. Yeah, Dejan and Alejandro Sanabria. Yeah, they had contact.
Contact? This is not a contact sport.
It is right now. Oh wow, I get the feeling we're gonna have a review to do after the race.
It's a good one, huh?
Yeah.
Plummeting down the timesheets.
It looked unfortunate. I mean, Dejan had the inside of the corner and he was going very quickly. I don't think there's some, crowding or anything like that. So quite unfortunate to touch wheels, and then Sanabria paid the price.
Cardozo dropping down the sheets. Cardozo's got a problem.
Oh wow, he was doing good.
Looks like, is he bent?
Let's see the replay button here.
Replay button is going to be one out.
So he's next to Fisher, trying to find. Oh, he spun it. He spun it at the last turn. Yeah, dropping a lot of places after that. Well, let's see how good he recovers. But yeah, he's going to be really mad at himself with that one.
Janos, guess who's in P5?
Wow. the grandpa, old double TO.
Acosta, resurgent drive here today. And listen, he can get P3.
Yeah.
There's no reason why not. What's Walcott's pace been like? They've been very similar. Walcott 31.3, Otto 31.2, tires.
Medium, and Walcott is running the soft tire, so Walcott should be pitting soon. And so should be Mills. We've seen Josh, extending his stints quite a lot before. But that gap is at 2 seconds, so yeah, I think he needs to be doing much more than that if he wants to have a chance.
So running down the order for everybody that's listening just on audio on Sirius XM or whatever it is that we're broadcast on. Josh Mills.
Channel 69 here.
P1, Janos Riera P2, Walcott P3, JPL in P4, Acosta up to P5. He's going forward at a rate of pace. Darren Fisher 6 in the Haas. Aaron Rabi still somehow staying in around about 7th place alongside Juan Arrego in the McLaren. And then you got the kick Saubers of Richard Haney, Sean Higgins in 9 and 10 getting the 2 points right now. And then outside of the points, you've got Kovacic, who's had an incident. Cardozo, who's had an incident. Senior hasn't had an incident and it is just in the same position somehow in P13.
These three are very close right now.
Sergio, Broderson, Mid-South. Broderson for 15.
Yep.
Sanabria, Cook, Oppenheim, and Montero, the big story, currently out of the race.
Definitely. Mercedes is having a nightmare night tonight. Well, that's going to make a difference in the standings because right now we have P1 and P4 for Red Bull. So let's look at that fight that we're going to... Dejan Kovacic, I think, no, it was Cardozo. Cardozo had like a small train of cars, but you can tell he's already starting to pull ahead, recovering from that spin.
That was, I think it was Sergio who got a little bit loose on the curve on the outside of Cups, but he's still going. He's catching up Senior. There still is the train.
Yep.
As you said, going around, kind of with the Saubers in the middle of it. Those guys are always in the middle of it, it seems. Nobody pitting yet.
Nobody pitting. I haven't found a first pit signal here.
Still 42.
Lap 10. So yeah, it kind of looks like this is gonna be a 1 or 2 stop strategy.
With softs is very interesting. Thinking about doing a 1 or 2 with a soft, like so many guys running the soft tires, it surprises me that the amount of people running the soft tires and not just going safe with the mediums.
Well, maybe it's because they are the hardest, the hardest of the compounds. I mean, even C3 is not really that soft. So Mills just did the fastest lap, so you can tell those tires are still, you know, having something left in them.
Let's keep an eye on Sanabria here because there might be a pass on Mitsalis down in 17th place. He's eyeing himself up down the Wellington straight. Oh, going a little bit defensive. Oh, Mitsalis has got the DRS. Sanabria goes around the
there goes outside, but it's not easy to make a pass there. But yeah, he gets the inside line now. Gonna have an advantage. Now, will Mitsalis go crazy into cops?
Yes, let's do it. I don't think that the Mercedes... Oh, he's gonna...
Oh my God, he's gonna go for it. Wow. He went for it. Oh my God, that was so risky. I'm sure Sanabria left some room in there because otherwise it's a repeat of 2021, was it? Max Verstappen and Hamilton.
Right? You know this, that once you get out of position, Sanabria probably has damage, right? So once you get out of position and you've got a bit of damage and you're not... Oh!
Somebody was knocking some dirt on there, yeah.
Arrigo went with a huge slide while I was talking, but yeah, you end up racing guys that you shouldn't really be racing with, and you'll be surprised if, like I said, when Mitsalis just decides, you know what, I'm gonna go back past you.
Look at the gap ahead. Riera is creeping in now, 1.5. So I think the soft tires are starting to give up at this point. Lap 11.
You gotta look at P9 too. It's Haney.
Yeah, that's a nice strength. We have 4 guys here fighting for P9.
But Haney's
P8 actually.
Yeah, he's into these corners quick, but Arrigo's getting great exits off the corner.
It's so hard to defend on this one. The straight is so long, and then you can always dive on the inside of Stowe. But very nice fight here. Almost 5 cars already. They are catching Aaron Rabi. Somewhat ahead, but I'm not sure if Rego is within the DRS. We'll see if it opens.
Guys use all the track at Cops. They are really struggling on these harder compounds at Cops.
Yeah.
Arrigo won't get DRS.
I don't see. Yeah, Arrigo doesn't have DRS, but definitely the 2 Saubers behind. They are helping each other right now. So I don't believe there's a fuel issue on this one. It's a short, 52 laps here. Although a lot of the time is on full throttle, but I haven't heard any issues with fuel. But definitely this helps when you're following a car.
Yeah. What's the best move to do when you're following the car? Is it just to save tires?
Yeah, usually, I mean, if you're fast enough, you can preserve everything: tires, fuel, ERS. I mean, it's a good time to recharge the ERS, and you just don't use it, and you rely on the DRS.
And what about overheating? Is that a problem?
Yeah, that can be a problem if you're running a lower duct. Sometimes you have to get out of the rear and then get some cool air and lower the temperature a bit. You see, Kovacic is also creeping in. So
be lots of cool air today. We're at Silverstone.
These guys, we may see some overheating happening because the 2 Saubers are running very near each other.
Haney made a mistake. Yeah, now is Higgins... Are they on the same tires? No, Higgins is on the softs. Whoa. So Haney is on the mediums.
Haney looking good there.
So going through the tires, basically split top 10, almost 50-50 between softs and mediums. You got soft in first, then you've got medium soft. Then there's a run of mediums between Otto, Fischer, Rabi, Arrigo, and Haney, all on mediums. So it's really Mills, Walcott, and Lalancette that are on the different strategy that we need to kind of keep
and on the same team, they're running different strategies.
Yeah.
So we got a fan here for Josh Mills. Let's go Millsy. Shout out to Jack McMillan.
He's going. There's no
He's
doubt about
going,
it.
he's going, but he needs to get quicker now because he has the soft tires. And Riera is gonna put another. Maybe he's gonna put the hards and go all the way to the end. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, I'd be worried about those hards because the last person that had the hards is out of the race. But I do think that it's probably. I mean, you know, Riera can make any tire work. Interesting though, the times are still very close. Mills 31.1, Riera 31.3. So is Riera just managing this gap and going to try and pull
He's
out?
probably extending this into
Yeah,
a one stopper. I suspect the pit lane here is very long.
So we will see exactly. Oh, there's a car going backwards. It's Fisher. Fisher's off.
Oh, Fisher.
He's in the wall.
Fisher.
It's
Fisher. Let's have a look at the replay. He retired. He was. I guess we jinxed him. Let's see what happened to the Swiss fish here. Going through cops. He almost had an identical accident as Ezekiel Montero. Pretty much the same thing. Lost the rear, hit the wall, and lost the rear wing and the rear right tire. Another DNF for the same reason.
I thought there was something wrong with JB.
Oh my god, but it was like a carbon copy of Montero's incident. So yeah, and that wasn't the hard tire.
What is the pit lane speed limit here, Janos? Because I was
80.
on board with
Should be 80.
PL, and it looked like he was barely moving, but he was just. I think because the pit line is so early, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it can catch you off guard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have our first person in the pits. Cardoso, is it?
No, Lalancet.
Cardoso is also in the pits. So what do they have now? So Cardoso pitted on lap 14, and Lalancet as well.
Scott Hards, I think. Lalancet's showing Hards, but he's also showing down in P12. That's crazy. The amount of time lost in the pit lane, unless he had a moment. Down to P12. I mean,
I see Lalancet right now with the softs, but we'll see what it loads in a couple of laps. And then Cardoso is in P16. He shows with the mediums, so we'll see. Maybe they haven't loaded yet.
we don't.
And you're running a hotspot, so maybe you're still loading the tires from the beginning of the race.
Yeah, listen, I could be watching, the Suzuka Grand Prix still for all I know, right? So it could be nothing to do with it.
Oh
So.
god. And then look at Riera, 1.4 seconds now behind Mills. So Mills better, think about changing the strategy right now because this is not gonna work. I don't think so. Well, I think at this point we can trust that the tires are right. So Cardoso is showing with the mediums. So let me put here a medium, and the ones for Lalancet is the soft. I didn't catch anybody else pitting, but I'm sure we're gonna get busy quite soon. Let's see, any fights going on? Orrego, that train's still happening. Orrego is right behind Aaron Rabi. I'm not sure if you dropped or you're still here.
Yeah, no,
Oh yeah, you are. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. They caught up to Rabi already. So P5 all the way down to P9.
Lalancet in senior, P12. Lalancet's not finding an easy way past senior because senior's got the DRS from Sturgio. So, yeah. I mean, it turns out my hotspot connection was better than your connection because I was right on the hards. Here comes Lalancet on the inside. It cops.
Lalancet, here we go. Oh wow.
11. He got that pass done, but it was not easy.
Let's see. Let's see that again. Let's look at that. This replay thing takes a while to load, but it works. let's have a look at it on board. Yeah, it's quite brave to try move. So that cops. I mean, you had to trust the guy next to you as well.
Mills is in the pits.
Finally. So Mills coming out. He pitted on lap 16.
He's come out right behind OTTO.
Oh, that's gonna be disastrous for him.
Like he's right behind him too. He needs to pass here on the Wellington Straight. I think he will get it done, which is good because the timing sheets are going crazy right now. Guys must be pitting. Wow, Mills is going to launch one.
Higgins also in the pits. Higgins.
Oh, Mills and Acosta
Oh,
still
wow.
side by side for P3 and P4. Ah, Mills is winning. Oh, he held it.
Yeah, this is gonna cost the lead for sure.
That's crazy. Acosta, I mean, to be fair, Acosta does not have to get out of the way.
No.
And Mills was just unable to get past him on the hard tires. Janos, I think I've seen these hard tires before. I'm telling you, not the way to go, guys. Not the
Well,
way to go.
it's still showing the hard tires, but we'll give it another lap to see if
Listen,
I have a
hotspot
confirmation.
connection says hard tires. And hotspot connection is going with hard tires. That's what we're going with.
Argenis in the pits. Argenis is in the pits. Let's see. Let's see what he puts. We are on lap 16. So they're
If we are
both pitting at the
behind
same time
Tino.
almost. Yeah, I think he's gonna take P1 after this stop because yeah, Josh definitely lost some time on that lap. I see hard tires, but again, let's wait a couple of laps to confirm. So Riera comes right in
Hi, Mills.
front.
Wow, he still didn't get past
Oh
Mills.
wow!
This
So
must have been a
he
slow
probably had a
stop.
very slow in lap as well. Yeah.
And then let's keep on board with Mills here because Mills is going to try Acosta again. I mean, Mills will be absolutely just thanking his stars that he somehow is still ahead of Riera, but he still can't clear Acosta. Walcott is now leading the race,
Yep.
doing Walcott things because didn't Walcott start in the softs? How is
Walcott
round?
starting on the soft, but we've seen him do this. I mean, I think he did it in Suzuka as well, where he finished, almost won the race actually.
Another Cup's pass. Another Cup's
my
pass,
God,
maybe.
here we go. But look at Otto, you know, a smart guy
Yeah,
parking
yeah,
his
exactly.
car in the middle of the track. That's how you should do it there. That's how you do it.
Yeah, because that's how you let guys know. Please don't try a pass the Cups.
Don't try anything here. I'm not gonna give you an inch. Nice fight here now for P2. Otto's probably pitting soon. He started with the medium tires. And now the
Now
DRS. You see, this is why I hate the DRS. You see, it ruins the fight.
Yeah,
It
I'm with
just
you.
makes it so easy.
Yep, absolutely.
Let's
Doesn't make
see.
any
Let's
sense
see
to
how
have DRS.
long.
You know what is interesting though? Otto does not seem out of place with these
No,
two.
no.
Even though he's on used tires and started down in 800th position, is actually like he's the meat in this sandwich right now, and he's not like an old piece of turkey. He's like a
He's used to this pressure. I mean, remember he won the championship. I think it was in 2023 or 2022, one of those 2 years. And he beat Argenis Riera, so not an easy task.
Riera's now going to be behind Acosta, but Riera's going to have a hard time because if Acosta can keep in the RS that he has,
Rabi in the pits.
I see Broderson up to P9. That's he's doing a good race, but we'll keep an eye on that one after this fight kind of continues on. These hard tires do look clumsy. There's no doubt about it. Like Acosta's able to keep up on these used.
Riera is on the hards. Let's see, Higgins he also pitted. I have him here. Let's see what he's run. Oh, look at that fight. P10. Oh my God, there's like 4 cars near each other. 5 cars. Wow. That's an interesting fight.
This is pretty much from the get-go.
Look at that sandwich there.
Broderson is holding up a. It's a spinner. It's an Alpine. Which Alpine
That's
is it?
probably
Captain?
Captain John Cook.
Captain.
Yes, he's off track, but he's right back on it. All right. Let's...
Oh, yeah, here we go, Rabi. Let's go.
Oh my
with
God!
Rabi.
Look at that! Look.
Broderson and Higgins. What is going on here?
Look at
Rabi's
that!
gonna pass them both. Oh, so Rabi somehow managed to pass.
my
they both
God.
passed Broderson. And now can Rabi make a pass? I don't know how that wasn't a crash.
Look at that amazing fight! Oh my God!
Here we go, Rabi on the inside, and Higgins is gonna go defensive, but Rabi's gonna push himself right close to the inside. Oh, and he gets the pass down in the Ferrari. That was classic racing at Silverstone. And Broderson pits. He's
Broderson
like, yeah,
is in the pits. Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with this thing.
smartest thing he's probably
Wow,
ever done.
what a fight here. Meanwhile, up front, Costa's still ahead of Riera with the old tires. So yeah, the hard compound maybe not doing what it's supposed to do.
I think I said that, but
You did. But these guys must know something that we don't.
That's why we're.
They have a couple of laps ahead of us.
That's why we're in the booth talking about what they're doing.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. So this is going to be
another try now. Hey, Higgins trying the inside. Clean pass. Oh, some contact. Wow, luckily nobody spun.
This is fantastic racing. I mean, it's going to end in somebody in the wall.
Yeah, I smell it already.
What happens? Let's ride it, Janos. Here we go.
I'm on board with Cardoso. Nice view of the front three guys.
I think right now Cardoso would be lifting off, saving some tires and waiting.
Yeah, Cardoso is waiting for the big one here. It's just bound to happen. I mean, look at how close these guys are racing.
Wow, Haney and Ravi, and they're both gonna have DRS.
Now the DRS.
Here comes Haney.
Wow.
Can Haney do a pass?
He's trying the inside now. It's not the easiest one. All right, so Higgins starting to pull away slightly.
The lead of the race does not matter right now. This fight is fantastic.
We gotta give him a couple of seconds here to Richard Walker, who's leading the race. Completely forgot about him, but yeah.
On the soft tires, he's still going around. I mean,
there he goes. Dejan Kovacic, somebody's. Oh my God! Look who joined this fight last. If we needed one more car. Now we have a.
No, you want to come out, Ravi on the
inside. Oh my God! With cold tires for Kovacic. Wow.
And now Haney this is just
Look
wild.
at this, is just insane.
Here we go again. Kovacic on the inside of
I don't even know who to look at. Cardoso checks out of this one. Let's see. Haney still behind. Wow, so Kovacic needs to get those tires up in temperature now. Dejan,
that allowed Higgins to pull away because Kovacic came out right at the worst time.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever his race engineer is that says we should pit now. I mean, there's you don't want anything to do with this battle, but he somehow managed to not get involved, and somehow the guy that we said was going to pick up the pieces, Cardoso, ended up spinning.
He must be furious now. Two mistakes already, probably costing points to Cardoso.
Got a McLaren in. That'll be Acosta. So finally
Acosta. So Oro. Lap 21. So Acosta.
3.4 seconds now the gap though between Riera and the leader.
Oro chose with the soft, so let's believe that's the case. Wow, that was, man, I'm tired of that. Oh my God, that was exhausting. But still going on. Look at that.
If you want to join SimRacingHub right there,
this is where you join. Dejan going off track. There's two cars off the track right now.
Yeah, Orego.
Orego's the other one, yes. Yeah, let's rewind here. Let's see what happened. Looks like Orego was coming out of the pits, or is that Montero? Wait, sorry, Montero. Montero is wet. Oh no! Dejan hit the rear. Oh wow, Dejan had a crash with Orego. That was quite weird. He's able to continue though, but he may have some damage on the suspension. Oh my God.
Today, because he had Sanabria he was involved in.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Yeah, so Kovacic.
Oh, we got a car up. It's one of the kick salvers kicking up dirt. It's Higgins.
Higgins. Oh, is he mowing the lawn or?
Yeah, he's still going. He's gonna end up getting the nickname back. Oh no! Higgins is gonna win again.
No, that Williams is gonna get him now. So the other Greek, Sotiris. Sotiris is gaining now. P10 now. Oh wow.
Higgins is fuming. This is not where you want to be if you're Sergio. You don't want to be in front of him.
Yeah, and he has relatively fresh tires, so yeah, it's not the time to start doing these mistakes. He probably has some flat spots already.
I have no idea who's going to win this fight, but I do know that somehow Otto Acosta is way ahead of this fight, and he's actually more up with the leading fight than with the others. And Walcott's still
still out with that soft compound. Oh wow, he's definitely on a one-stopper, and he's looking good. Although
no, he's not stopping. No, he's not going to stop.
Well, Mills is right behind him, so that Higgins. The lead is going to change now. Josh Mills already passing.
P11 Higgins up the inside. He left it very late. I knew that was going to come, the dive, but it was clean.
We have a new leader now again, Josh Mills. Oh, Walcott took it again. Oh, because he's in the pits, that's why.
Oh yeah, because of the...
Wow, yeah. Walcott, so finally he pits. Let's see what he puts now. For sure in the contention here for the victory if he's gonna do one less stop.
12, Juan Orrego is now behind Sergio,
So
and they're both behind Higgins.
He puts the medium.
We've got 10, 11, 12 here, a fight going down the Hanger Straight. Sergio's going to have DRS. Orrego's going to be behind him with DRS.
Did you say Sergio?
Sergio!
Sergio. All right. Yeah, I definitely, I really need to ask him.
Do you know what happened there? Absolutely nothing. You know why? Because of DRS. If I think there was no DRS, we would have had a fight, but we didn't because of DRS.
Look at the fight ahead now. P1, we have less than a second between these two, so this is gonna get interesting.
P1? I didn't want to work at P1.
Wow, we need a break from the other one. Our Janos.
The lead of the Silverstone Grand Prix, and really there's a lot for grabs here because what Mills is fighting for is to get back on the top spot of the podium, and also the breaking this domination up by Riera and Montero to start this year. So this is huge. I think everybody's rooting for Josh Mills, even though he's driving that Red Bull car that nobody likes. Everyone's rooting for him.
You know who doesn't like that car now? Some former employee.
Oh no.
Christian Horner, that was some news this week. Well, so looks like the DRS wasn't enough for Riera to get by. Let me ask somebody in the chat here. Carson Whitley, are you no specifics by any chance? Cheering for Josh Mills, so let us know if you're no specifics.
Is there anybody on there that's not cheering for Josh Mills?
Well, we got Glenn Cooper cheering for his teammate, but the rest...
Don't know that.
We don't know that.
No, we don't know that. Listen, we don't know that.
He's cheering for Juan Orrego, obviously.
Oh yeah. So going down the order a little bit, I see a purple. Oh, Acosta with the fastest lap time. He's behind Walcott. E4 and 5. There is his teammate. I think Cooper probably will be cheering for Acosta right now, just because I think he's had a rotten start to the year.
Yeah, really needs to get a good result, and this one looks like it's gonna be it. He may be able to pull a podium, but not. Yeah, they're definitely not gonna be easy.
So now this is reversed. So in the first stint, Walcott was on the softs, Acosta was on the mediums. Now it's the other way around. Acosta's on the softs, Walcott's on the mediums. So this should be pretty easy for Acosta to do.
It's all about the DRS, so we'll find out what happens. There's the DRS open, but I know Richard Walcott, he likes to run low downforce, so that's why
11 into cups, maybe.
11 Orrego. Right. Oh, here we have them again.
He was looking at it again, but this is my favorite position, of course.
Yeah, I
so
know.
I wouldn't be trying to throw this away. I'd be staying exactly where you are. You know why? Do you know why I love P11, Janos?
Tell me.
Do you know why? Because it's the eternal hope that when you're in P11,
you're gonna get a point.
You're hoping that one person's going to die, okay? And it's that feeling of if one person dies, and then what ends up happening is you take your mind off the game and you put it in the wall. So that's what always happens with P11, is that you're always hoping that there's going to be that one person, and it just doesn't usually work out. But that's why.
Yeah, that was my hope when I was running P3 behind these two, hoping they would crash, but then Senior
is off the track. He is in the kitty
Senior, he lost the front wing.
Oh no, he crashed into Mitsalis.
Oh, that would explain something. Let's look at the replay then.
I don't need to look at the replay. If he lost his front wing, he Mitsalis.
You know what happened? He lost the car, and Mitsalis was just a sitting duck there. Completely a passenger there, Ricardo Senior. Now he lost the rear wing, and he has to retire. Otherwise, he's gonna get disqualified from this race. For some reason, he continues down the pit lane, and that car needs to be retired.
It'll find its way into the wall.
You see, I know what he's trying to do. He believes nobody's looking at this. We only have a couple of people watching. But if that car goes out of pits again, he's gonna get disqualified after the race.
He's also going to have an extremely fun time when he hits that right gas pedal without a rear wing and end up in upside down. There's a reason why. Now, Riera is in DRS zone of Mills.
That repair is gonna take a while. But these two, I mean, Riera's unable to pass Josh, and Josh again, he usually runs a couple of clicks lower for the rear wing. So will not be easy.
Janos,
what did we miss? Are we fired?
We're gonna sit with Christian Horner, unfortunately.
Oh my God! Can I get that severance package?
You can get the same percentage.
Ahora
Mills. Mills had to lift a little bit there through Chapel.
Let's see if I can catch that pass on a 30-second replay. No, it happened before that, so we missed that a while ago, I guess. And I'm rewinding.
And while you're rewinding, let me give you the audio version of what is going on here between Riera and Mills. Riera is watching Mills squirrel around like a lost kitty.
He's measuring it.
Riera's just sitting there, being like Mills does not look comfortable all of a sudden with that car on the wonderful hard tires, and these guys are going to the end on these tires. Oh, I hate that. I hate that, Janos.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I mean, it's that type of track. I mean, you're not gonna use too much tires, but you saw in the real Formula One, they went with a softer combination this time around. We're running the hardest.
But look at who is on the move right now. Acosta on the soft tires.
Setting fastest lap after fastest lap.
And he's behind JPL now, and yes, he has to stop again. But we're still not even. We're just over halfway.
You want me to throw a safety car in here?
You don't need to. Here comes Acosta. The inside of Lalanset.
You know what? Passing Lalanset is not going to be easy, I tell you. I'm on board with Otto. I want to see how he pulls this out. And please, Otto, don't try this at Cops. Oh my God, because Jean-Pierre will not give you an inch at Cops. Alright, so he survived that one.
I'll keep an eye on Riera to making sure that we don't miss that, because then we're definitely fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's around the section that can't pass, so let's keep an eye on Acosta.
Now Acosta is gonna have the DRS now, and look at Jean-Pierre.
He's giving him the shake and bake.
Oh my God! You know, with these two, they've had their own beef on Discord before, so I'm praying here that nothing crazy happens.
You mean like racing?
Yeah. Yeah, I hope if Otto makes the pass, please let it be clean, no contact.
I mean, sure, he's on the soft tires. I mean, Lalanset can't
yeah, but
fight
Lalanset will defend you even with no tires.
He's got the Bill Worrell in him.
Yeah. Speaking of Bill, he's taking some time off. Driving too much Le Mans Ultimate, from what I can tell. So hopefully we'll have him back next time.
Here we go. Here comes Acosta.
Look at Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre is blocking every.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Wise to it now though. Acosta's wise to it. He's like, look, okay, I know if he goes inside, he's going to go outside, and Acosta's not afraid to throw his nose in.
Here we go again. You want me to go to the team radio here for McLaren?
Here we go. It's gonna happen
Oh
at
my
Cops
God.
right here.
Please
No.
no.
Look at that, showing the restraint of a champion. That's not Acosta driving. That's Cooper driving.
Look who joined the fight.
Walcott.
We have Walcott. Walcott is salivating right now. He's saying
he
these
didn't
two.
even need to tell me who it was, and I knew who it was. It's always Walcott joining the fight.
Oh, they have lapped cars ahead.
Oh, this is gonna
That's
get
gonna get DRS to Jean-Pierre too.
Laxa is defending
God.
this is lap 53 or 52.
This one.
This is gonna.
It's gonna get very tricky. Who do they have ahead? They have Jeff. I think it's Jeff Oppenheim. Yes, and the other one is John Cook, probably. Yes, John Cook.
It's gonna be Jeff Oppenheim hopping out of the way in a minute.
Yeah.
Because he needs to get out of the way ASAP.
I am
Rocky.
sure we can hear the screams right now from Jean
Oh,
Pierre.
that's
Blue
right.
flag, blue flag. I'm going on board again. On board with Costa.
Oh, he's gonna get him now. This is gonna be a fantastic race.
Oh
SimRacing.
no!
He's got it. Oh my word! We were
Oh
just
my God!
about to win it.
Oh no! Yeah, but he.
I was even.
That's a good
I was
save,
even
though.
doing a SimRacingHub tease. I was doing a tease, and he still spun it. Come on, Acosta.
Oh wow!
He's gonna catch back up. But guess who gained a place in that situation?
The one Bermudan.
Richard Walker.
Wow.
You know what Richard probably said on the radio? Dang.
That's it.
So calm and cool. Costa spinning around.
Or
upside
maybe
down.
it was like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or maybe it's I just used 1% on my tires. I love the way the
in a way, I'm happy that's what happened, because those two, they were bound to crash, and I know it gets nasty afterwards. Yeah, but Acosta, there goes his chances.
Mills! Mills has gone wide. Here we go, P1. Let's not get fired, Janos.
No, I'm on the rear and Mills right now.
We are going to be too far back, but Riera's been watching Mills. Mills, you can't go 22 more laps sliding around like this and win the race. There's no way.
By the way, if you are watching this race and you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. That's the way it helps.
Stop watching the race immediately.
Stop watching the race. Go ahead and click subscribe and the notification bell. Alright. Oh wow, it's been quite busy, huh? It's lap 30 already. We don't know who's gonna win. There's fights everywhere. But now Walcott is getting close to Lalancet. I think we're gonna go with the fight for the lead here. I suspect Riera is saving something, saving tires. He's saving something because he was. I mean, you have the RS, you can make the pass. He just doesn't want to do it.
Riera's car is better than Mills' car right now. There's no doubt about it. Riera's, fighting a little bit, but you can see.
And they're both with the hard compound, and they pitted about the same time. So for sure, Riera is faster.
So we've got 21.
He could be recharging his ERS, for a massive attack later on. Now the question is, will these guys be pitting again? They really took it far, even with the soft tires. That went quite far.
What is
16 laps.
The thing is, their pace is quite strong. I mean, the fastest lap of the race is a 30.1. Their fastest lap is a 30.5. Their most recent times are still in the 30s.
31 and 30, so there's like a tenth between them. So yeah, they're. But that's probably behind.
The problem is not pace. The problem is, can you keep it out of the walls?
I am knowing Argenis. He's really saving. He's saving fuel or saving something, and he's gonna prepare for the attack later on, or he's pushing Mills like crazy. Trying to force an error. But you know who's watching this one, right? Montero is praying that Mills can win this race.
Yeah, it's help his chances. I think, like I said, everybody's praying that Mills can win this race.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to have somebody else and.
Well, yeah, you saw what Mills had to say in the pre-race interview. I mean, he was looking strong. Maybe not the best of qualifying, but still P2. But for sure, fighting for the lead now. But again, the DRS is going to play a role.
He's actually having a really, really, really good drive, and is Broderson in P12. He's 2 places away. I don't think he's made any mistakes. He somehow got out of that huge battle that he ended up in. Hit it, got out of it. Ran away like a smart coward, and he's still got a chance now. And again, he's only one place away from being 1 place away, which is, that's always
we have a yellow flag, sector 1, who's dropping. I can't find it. Lalancet?
No, because Lalancet defending.
Oh.
So Lalancet goes right over to the inside on the straight as he does, but Walcott is not interested even in the slightest. He just stays on the outside. It's almost like Walcott doesn't even see him, and Walcott now is going to be behind him. Lalenset's going to do it again.
This fight, I know I can watch and remain calm because I know there will not be an incident right now. Another yellow flag, sector 1. Would be nice if this could tell you, I mean, who's off track.
See it.
Orrego.
If Mills can hold on in the same gap with this amount of pressure from that driver behind him, the whole way, I'd be absolutely
impressed.
Yeah. I think right now I'd give it 60-40 that it's going to go Janos Riera's
They're
way.
lapping identical. 31-0, 31-0. The last
Actually, you know what? I wouldn't give it 60-40 that it's going to be Riera versus Mills. I would give it 59-40 and 1% Richard Walcott's going to win this race, because I think these guys are all going to pit.
In case of an accident.
Yeah, he's going to be... Like, if these guys pit right now, Walcott's still leading this race. Walcott can go to the end on mediums. We know that because he went 24 on the softs.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, he's definitely good.
Oh, Richard's going to go to the inside. What is that? Why would you do that?
Look.
Wow.
Wow, that car is bouncing a lot, huh?
Well, I just assumed that was my hotspot connection.
No, it is bouncing. That Ferrari must be running a really stiff suspension.
It's a Ferrari? I thought it was a 1997 Benetton. That's what I'm looking at right here.
Yeah, he's pulling away now.
Yeah, Walcott's gone when you give him that. I
Oh,
was surprised.
look at Riera. Now, Riera knows Montero retired, so is he gonna risk it here? I don't know. I know for sure Mills wants to win this race. I mean, I think it's gonna be his first victory of the year. Oh, we haven't even covered this. Who's the previous winners here? Let's see. 2024, Riera. 23, Riera. Guess who won in 22?
It's Riera.
Guess,
Riera, by the way.
I'll let you guess. Who won in 2022?
Riera.
It was me.
Wow.
I won a race. Riera in 21 and Montero in 20.
Riera on the Wellington straight. Mills has gone defensive. Riera is now using boost. Oh, and Mills has left the door open. Wow, there you go. There's your answer. Mills is, Riera's gonna take any chances.
Wow.
I'm surprised he left the door open there. Like we said earlier that Otto did what he did, where he closed it in the middle to make sure that doesn't happen. I think what Mills is doing there is putting a lot of faith that
we have somebody betting here $50 that Mills wins the race.
I will bet you any amount of money that Richard Walcott wins this race.
I'm gonna start a quick poll here. Who wins this race?
Any type of collision, guys. And Richard Walcott is only 21 seconds behind this battle. It's more than 21 for a pit stop. I'm telling you right now, do not sleep on the sleepy Walcott.
I'm putting him as an option here. Just started the poll.
He's an option.
There is an option. Everybody's at 0% right now. Yeah, no, I think at some point Riera is gonna say, you know what, enough of this, I'm gonna go for it, and he's gonna use the whole ERS and pull away.
These guys' lap times, because if they do start messing around and sliding on these tires, are they still lapping faster? Very much the same. So
well, Walcott's in the 30s.
Yeah,
30s,
Walcott's matching them, but not catching them.
Yeah, Lalenset is the one that's going slowly.
Here we go again, Riera on Josh Mills. That's probably his best opportunity, actually, is down the Wellington straight. So I think maybe Mills is saving his boost for the Beckett's Maggots kind of section at the end of the lap. So maybe you can catch him sleeping.
Yeah, he's gonna do it with 2 laps to go. You'll see.
Another very impressive performance right now from Aaron Rabb. Are actually having a stormer of a race in 3rd and 6th right now. Rabbi, we've seen the speed of him, but we've kind of seen mistakes on his rookie season.
I tell you, Bill Worrell, he must be nervous looking at Aaron Rabbi and scoring points consistently.
I wouldn't be worried, Bill. Walcott only makes 1 race every blue moon. So
that's right. Oh, look at Josh is
Oh, Mills with a little bit of a
pulling ahead a
fake
little bit.
pit there. Yeah, but he almost kind of looked like he was going to go in the pits for a second.
Sixth,
so.
10th. Yeah, we are on that pit window if they plan to do 2 stops.
I don't think you
But
can.
they're going with the hard compound. I don't think they're going to be pitting.
You cannot. You're going to come out behind Walker.
Yeah, it will not work out.
At the end of the day, there's no way you can pit right now. You have to just kind of keep going. There's nobody that has to pit again. I believe everybody has used different compounds. They haven't seen any duplicate.
So there
when
is
Mills said there's going to be lots of different strategies, he was flat out lying.
just
Everyone's
one
doing
stop.
But everyone's doing it in multiple different ways.
Right.
It's a very exciting one stop, is what it is.
Otto is in the pits. That was somewhat early. Lap 36 now.
Why is Otto? So Otto's doing a 2-stop.
Either that or he had an incident. Let me see if I can find out. He's again with the soft.
So he's gonna come out near one of these. No. He's,
Right next to Kovacic, and we've seen how how Kovacic has raced tonight.
Yeah, but he also guys keep kind of going right next to him. So
Yeah. No, but the one with Orrego, I think that's gonna be probably filed as a complaint. I think the one with Sanabria, that was just misfortune there, but Orrego, that one, he was like not at fault at all.
I still don't quite know how Riera didn't pass Mills after Mills had that incident with Costa in the pits, but
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just waiting for the last few laps and use the whole ERS, because like I said, it's so hard to recharge.
best chance. This is his best chance here down this one straight. Oh, Mills has had a little bit of a moment.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a chance here. Now we've got a best chance. Mills is gonna have to hit the boost here. He's gonna go defensive because he knows he's vulnerable.
Inside
Here
line.
goes Riera. Will he line him up for the up and under? The problem is you can't do an up and under at this turn. There's no way. We can't pass through cops. Now the big question is though, did Mills have to use more boost through that section to defend, which means we'll leave him more vulnerable?
Yeah, probably. And it takes about 5 laps or so to recharge on a track like this.
So he could be vulnerable here if Riera, but I think Mills has been a little bit faster. Yeah, Mills is faster through Beckett's maggots. That's the problem. That Riera has.
You know what I can do? Let's just check the top speed, like we did before. See if that triggers a pit stop.
Yeah, that always does every time we do. Or
Yep.
a crash.
Yeah, let's see.
Acosta just passed Rabe.
Look what happened.
Yeah, see? That's what happened.
Josh Mills
But,
into the pits.
Oh, there's another pass going on. And Sanabria just passed Haney. This is what happened.
It's just incredible.
Mills is in the pits.
Every time I do that, they pit.
Yep, this is crazy. Good job, Janos. It's
Lap 38, the hards are coming out, and I expect to see the soft.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say something. Who wants to put some money on Richard Walcott?
Soft tires
Tell
coming
you right
in.
now. Mills is going soft tires.
Let's see.
He's going to come out ahead of Walcott still. Wow.
Yeah.
That is actually amazing.
Yeah, I don't think Richard is going to be able to win this one after that. Yeah, that's quite a gap. About 3 seconds.
A long pit stop. It actually is not a long pit stop. because-
Josh, Josh is quite good at the pit stops. I don't know, he manages to brake right at the limit. Because if you're too careful coming in, you definitely lose a lot of time on this pit entry.
So all eyes are on Riera now. If you are going to pit, you're going to have to pit this lap.
Now, otherwise you're gonna start losing time to that soft compound.
Yeah, you have to pit right now if you're going to pit. If he doesn't pit this lap, he's not pitting. There's no reason
Yeah, there's still
whatsoever.
some distance to cover now. Purple sectors. I mean, Otto is pushing those tires 129.8. And no, he doesn't go into the pits. So either he's going for with the one stop.
He's going to the end.
You know what? He was saving the tires. That's what he was doing when he was behind, saving the tires. And Josh needs to get 16 seconds from Riera if he wants to have a chance. Not gonna be easy.
So we have 13 laps left. Unlucky 13, as a bunch of guys are swapping positions.
Lancet in the pits.
Yeah, pit lane's getting busy now. We
Lap
gotta fight for P14.
39. Lancet, he started with the soft, so he's gonna. Oh, I see him with the hards right now. So that was probably.
P14 fight with Higgins and Mitsalis.
He's gonna put the softs. Let's see.
Oh, Mitsalis puts the roadblock on Higgins. What a
Oh my
defensive move that was. Higgins might, he's very frustrated here. That was very bad luck.
Oh,
Higgins.
look what happened to Higgins. He hit the wall?
Yeah, no, he's just decided to call it quits. That's,
Oh my
yeah.
god, why? Let's see.
Well,
Is it an incident with the...
it was the greatest defensive
putting a
drive
replay. Oh my god, don't tell me that you're gonna hit the wall just because of that. Nah, come on.
Yeah.
Nah, that's just sudden. What a way to go out. Nah.
But I'll tell you one thing, Janos, and I will tell you it again. Stephen Broderson is now in my favorite P11 position.
P11.
He just leads that one other car.
Oh, look at two retire Aaron Rabi. I guess we jinxed him. It must be the. Must be Bill doing some voodoo or something. He lost the rear wing.
I saw him in the pits. Wow,
Yeah,
so
I'm rewinding to see what happened.
Vieira is going to go to the end. Mills 29.1, only 1 second a lap faster.
Oh, that was a very long stop here by Aaron Rabi. Finally, let's see. Okay. I don't know why. Is Ricardo Senior? He also retired. I wonder when he retired. Yeah, so you know, he also lost the rear, but that was a stow and hit the wall. Yeah, this very unforgiving corner.
In the pits, so that's got to be Kovacic. He's going to come out right next to somebody. He's going to come next to somebody because that's generally how this whole thing works out.
Kovacic lap 40 with the mediums.
He's
Wait,
come
is he?
Right Panarego, I think.
Was he using the mediums before? Because he started with the mediums. And so far I have him with medium. No way. If that's the case, he's gonna get disqualified.
You're just trying to disqualify someone.
Yeah. I'm keeping an eye on Senior for sure. But he retired.
Broderson gets out the way, the leader. Oh, sorry, not the leader. I keep thinking Josh Mills is leading. He's not. Janos Vieira is leading.
Right.
Why is my brain surprised by this?
Look, previous lap time, 128.8.
Yeah. And Kovacic is right behind Wanarego, P7 and 8. So this is Sanabria's back up to P6. To be honest with you, basically there's been five drivers today that haven't really put a foot wrong, and then there's been a whole load of everybody else. And Sanabria's got the best of the rest of everybody else.
I think Walcott for sure. Yeah, Walcott, Mills, and Riera. They've done a brilliant race so far.
Yeah, even Lalanset, he hasn't had the pace, but he's been.
Yeah, we can't blame him for what happened to Otto. I mean, Otto lost it on his own.
Yep.
But Mills, 2 seconds, or no, not even 2 seconds, 1.2 seconds.
It's not gonna
yeah, that's gonna be either too close, but those soft tires are gonna give up at some point. Meanwhile, Orrego is in the pits. Orrego, is he playing some role here? I don't have it. He's putting the softs. There he goes. Alright.
Back to E8.
Yeah, back into points. So are we gonna be cheering here for Broderson? He's 8 seconds behind.
Any cars? Any teams with 2 cars? Oh, Riera, is he in the pits?
Oh yes, finally. But this is definitely.
Why did you do that?
That was a mistake. He should have pitted right before. Right away. So now he's 5 seconds behind. So that cost him the race for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah. That's why you need a race engineer here. But not even that. I mean, you were following behind. It was clear that he pitted. So, yeah, I guess he realized at some point that that wasn't going to work out. But why even go into the pits? Just continue.
Yeah, you may as well.
Well, that's I guess
so
that's
9. Put it this way, Janos. The top 9 positions are all taken by different teams.
right.
This is wild.
That's interesting, but still, Brotherson is the one that's missing that point.
Yes. He's only one away. If he overtakes Arago, we could actually end up 10 places from the 10 different teams.
He's a lap behind already, so that's gonna play against him. Getting lap. Who's that? Brotherson was actually getting lap right now by Riera.
Yeah, but he's only 2 corners behind Arago, so we'll keep an eye on.
This is
so
interesting.
Why did Riera do that?
After Riera pitted, Josh had a 67% chance of winning according to the poll, and now he has a 50% chance.
Wow. Guys are not feeling it. Is it raining?
Interesting people voting here.
It's like those Amazon stats that they put on.
The AWS stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, guys, you deliver packages. Okay, you don't
Yeah.
know the percentage hit rate of an NFL player. Okay, so just please stop.
Yeah, yes. What is a strike in 3 laps or something?
Yeah, exactly.
graphic.
Yeah.
And then they put a new one, the wheel spin. Did you see that one? The wheel spin, turn, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Half a
just
second lost.
700 MPS.
That's all BS.
Yep.
Measuring wheel speed.
Right.
All right.
So we got-
Any fights going on? Oh yes, Cardoso. Look
Oh,
at
we got a big fight.
Cardoso.
Cardoso.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both found it at the same time. Cardoso and Haney side by side.
Right.
Two slow.
Two
So that was
veterans.
Haney passing Cardoso then. So
These two have been racing for a long time, so they should be a clean one. So Haney passed Cardoso. I forgot who was ahead.
it was.
Yeah, I think Cardoso was P8. I think you mentioned that a couple of laps ago. So yeah, that was a pass there. Actually, let me see if I can get a replay, because otherwise Haney's gonna complain that I didn't catch his pass on Cardoso. Riera, fastest lap. Well, easy pass as usual with the DRS. So next year we're not gonna have the DRS. I like it.
In SimRacingHub, we shouldn't have the DRS at all. I don't think we need that
Yeah,
anymore.
especially when there's not so much of a washout.
And to be honest with you, I love your schedule this year. You've dumped the stinkers of tracks. You've kept the best tracks. Like, there's no Monaco. We've
Oh
kept the
yes,
best.
Monaco.
Yeah. And you know, don't tell me we're racing in Singapore, because I'll
We are
strike
not.
you.
We're not.
Perfect, thank you.
We are going to Baku, but Baku is not
It's
too bad.
great. It's a great track.
Yeah, Baku is
yeah.
not bad. Baku is what Monaco should be.
Yeah.
They gotta put some land filling on the sea and get a proper straight. Well, there's a fight at the rear, P14
Yeah.
and P13.
We have fights. Oh, look at Vinales defending it. This is
Yeah.
this is the racing hub, guys. Look at that close racing. You can get close racing even right down at the tail end of the field, because these drivers are not inexperienced drivers. It's just that sometimes setup doesn't quite go your way, and when you're racing against competition, if you get the things like the wing wrong and you've got too much wing,
that's gonna
back
cost
like
you.
this, then you have no chance. And this is what can happen a lot of the time, where you just kind of end up further down than what you would think, but it doesn't mean you can't drive.
Right. Well,
So
lap
we're kind of
45 is almost over, but
There's
look,
only
look.
1 sec- Hang on.
Yeah,
Why did
yeah.
1 second?
Did you
Why
see
did
how
that-
much he took away? So 28.2, 29.8. So Josh probably had some mistake on the previous lap.
Has to. That
There's
was a
no
huge
other
amount.
explanation. Because he lost
Hey,
about 2
listen.
seconds.
The YouTube voters knew this was going to happen. That's why they
Yeah. But now he's 60% Josh. So he went higher.
yeah.
He went higher this time.
think we.
This is gonna be. I wasn't expecting this to be close after that stop, but yeah, Riera is really pushing everything. I think he's depleting the ERS, trying to get within the DRS range.
Shows what we know. I mean, it's been what 3 years since you won around here. So.
Yeah, no, I remember that race that I won. For some reason, everybody else was so slow, and it turns out that I had the right height and the right wing setup, so that gave me some advantage, especially sector 2 and 3.
We have traffic. Arago's gonna have to get out of the way of Mills, but actually it's gonna help Mills because it's gonna give him the DRS.
But it could also work against you, especially if you're not in the DRS zone. Yeah, you see he's moving away. Yeah.
Arago didn't move out the way.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not moved out the way.
And now he moves. Now he moves. God. Well, we have a fight for the lead now. Again.
We have a fight for the lead of the British Grand Prix round 9 at SimRacingHub. If you've stayed up late, it's so late. Well, like 9 o'clock.
so late at 10:48 on the East Coast.
Listen.
But it's a Thursday. It's a Thursday, so
it's a Thursday. It's a Thursday, and here we go. We got a race on our hands for the win. Our Janos, the guy that wins all the time, that nobody wants to win, versus the guy that was winning all the time last year, and all of a sudden, for some reason, feels like he hasn't won for a long time.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. That's because we have Ezekiel Montero, but he checked out of this race so early.
Got out of the way.
Oh my God, it's a nice view here from the rear wing, watching Argenis Riera chasing the Red Bull.
Not a nice view if you're Josh Mills.
Oh, his mirrors, man. Lucky for him that Aston Martin is not so loud on the mirrors.
Yeah, not like the kicks out.
Oh yes.
That thing
change that tone of green.
There's 2 kicks out was next to each other, so it's.
Oh my God, yeah, one for each mirror.
Okay, here we go. Riera will get certainly in DRS range right here. Mills isn't even going to play games and go defensive. He knows he's safe into this corner. He's just going to try and get the best exit he can. Oh, nice and wide line. If you go too wide there, you can invite a little bit of a look, but
5 laps to go. Yeah, I think Riera needs to be strategic here, because he knows that if he passes him too early, Mills is gonna fight back again with the DRS and maybe get the victory that way. So
the problem is, though, Riera at no point in this race has overtaken Josh Mills. So
we don't know. We don't know if that was on purpose.
I'm not even sure whether he can overtake Josh Mills. So I think right now you just want to take the position and then see what happens, because it's not like these guys have been going back and forth like that Monza race from years ago, where on every single straight somebody else would.
I pulled a trick like that on Oro a couple of years ago in Spa. Just waiting for the last lap so that I had the DRS on the long straight, and it's kind of like NASCAR at that point. You have to be strategic of when you make the pass. If you do it too early, then I'm sure Josh can crawl back and make the pass on the last lap.
I think that's all nonsense. I'm doing it right here. I want the lead of the race. That's what I want.
Yeah, well, if you know you can pull away quickly, then sure.
I think Riera would put in turbo booster mode. Interesting though, Riera took a better line than Mills. Mills didn't go as wide, if you noticed, around this last corner the last time too. He's getting a little bit wiser to, there's a few laps left in the race. There was always a saying when I raced that was, if you offer somebody an opportunity to make a pass for the lead of the race near the end of the race, and you get taken out, then you deserved it. You shouldn't even offer up an opportunity for somebody to go for it, because they have to go for it. Otherwise, as Certain Senna says, you are no longer a racing driver.
I'm checking top speed here now for Josh. 304, 5, 6, 7. He gets 307 coming into Stowe. I'm gonna have to check Riera next time around. A 307 without DRS. It's fast.
And this is all because of that amazing start that Josh Mills had
Yep.
off the line that got him the track position. The great pit stops, I do believe what you're saying is true, that maybe that's practice, that he is like every single
Yeah,
inch.
you'll be surprised of how much time you can gain, and getting the right braking spot on the pit entry that can shave 2 seconds easily. But he had a mistake that we didn't catch though. He lost like 4 seconds at some point.
Here we go.
Here we
this
go.
is Riera's chance. He's going to have to launch
He's
one.
going.
He's going to have to.
He's
He
showing.
was
He's
going
showing
to do
it
it.
now.
Josh Mills chopped him off.
I'm checking.
That's his best opportunity. That's his best
Yeah,
opportunity.
3 laps to go.
Oh,
I wish we had a graph for the ERS, but we don't. Let's see.
you can just make it up like
I can make
AWS.
it up. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's 40%.
16% low.
All right, man. Keeping an eye on the top speed here for Riera.
Can Riera get the Beckett's Maggots Cup section right?
Yeah,
He hasn't been able to do it all day.
that's
a
the
bit
last turn is where he's losing ground, but he has DRS now.
It's better. Mills
317,
went
20.
defensive because he knows it was better.
Wow, he gets 330.
Here goes Riera around the outside. Willie getting up and under. He's going to have a go into Vale. Oh, Mills going to have to go defensive. He's smart enough to know that because otherwise Riera would have gone to the inside. I think there's going to be a pass down that Wellington straight this lap because they're so close to him, and we know how fast Riera is down that Wellington straight. Don't even look down here. Don't even look down
He's
here.
gonna
Don't even
try
look down
inside.
here.
Oh my god.
Side by side into Valley for the win. Riera
There
overtakes
he
Josh
goes.
Mills. And here goes Mills then.
Wow.
Mills is going to try and pass him on Wellington, but Riera's fast around this part of the track though.
Well,
Can Mills get the pass done immediately? Here we go.
I want to see the pole change now. 60%, Josh.
Here comes Mills. Riera goes defensive. Mills goes around the outside. Still side by side. Fires it. Stays on the curb. Wow, great racing. Riera leaves a little bit of a gap. Can Mills cast him back down Stowe? 2 laps remaining.
Oh my god.
Here at Silverstone.
Yeah, the DRS is going to be critical this time. If Josh can get by, then we know.
If Riera is faster, he will be okay. But we know that Riera hasn't been that super great round this. He needs the best Beckett's Maggots Cups that he's done all race. Now Mills is going to have the wash, which you can see he didn't really anticipate.
Yeah, he lost some ground, but DRS is open.
Wow,
Oh
Riera has
my
made
God,
the pass. He has bolted a little bit, and he made the pass at Valley.
That must have been some ERS assistance there for Riera, because he didn't lose too much ground even without the DRS.
The pass at that first turn, that's
Wow,
very unheard of.
bold. Bold move there. And remember, we had DRS there a couple of years ago, and they decided to take it out.
He's going to still be in DRS range, but the problem is Riera's good around this part of the track.
Yeah, Riera is pulling away slightly.
Yeah, because Mills isn't used to chasing. He's
See.
probably a little bit washed.
Look at how quickly Riera can. He has so much traction out of the turns.
Yeah.
Every turn he pulls away. But oh, that's a deep break.
Yeah, but it worked out. Listen, Mills is confident still in the thing, and this is when all of a sudden you've done 51 laps of this circuit braking in one spot, and all of a sudden you realize I can actually brake about 10 feet later than that because now I want something, and I want that Aston Martin. Wow! Flat out for Mills through Cups, and he's catching back up at a rate of knots to get back in the DRS zone. That was sensational commitment from Mills. Oh, and he nailed the Cups. Here we go.
This might be it.
Nailed
This
it.
might be it. Still
Mills is just
no,
gone
he's
into
probably.
race mode.
This is not the last lap, but we're gonna be starting it quite soon.
Oh, Mills is gonna launch one. We know how confident he is on the
Oh my
brake.
god, this is gonna be a crazy last lap.
Wow, and that was just absolutely sensational from Mills through that fast section. He did it faster than he's probably done all race. Final lap of the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Our Janos Riera leads. Josh Mills will have DRS. Will brake later. We know that he can brake later into the corner coming up, so we'll see. Can he stay? But Riera gets good power up. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mills is going to launch one, I would think, into this corner. I don't think he's going to have enough to pass, but it might
Yeah, he's still
throw
far.
Riera off.
He's far, but Yeah, that the Magos and Beckett is going to be critical if he wants to have a chance. Oh
this
no,
corner-
he lost the rear slightly there.
Yeah, but he was so fast through Cox's last lap. If he can match that
Let's
again,
see.
it's going to be okay. Flat out. No, he couldn't do it flat out this time, but it's still a little bit faster than Riera
my
was.
God, look at this.
For the win of the British Grand Prix, it's Beckett, it's Maggots, it's Chappell,
Here
it's
we go,
Hanger
here we
Straight,
go,
it's DRS,
here
and
we
then it's
go.
going to be a launch into probably Vale.
You think he's going to do a dive bomb here?
Why not? Into Vale, though, not into
Yeah,
Stone.
right, into the turn,
Hold it.
into the corner, yeah.
Can't even be close enough.
No, he's too far, he's too far.
And that's going to be it. Yeah, that's going to be it.
That's
He's
gonna
gonna
be
try
it. So Riera wins.
Again, Riera is going to win the Silverstone Grand Prix.
Wow, that was some fight. That was some fight that we had tonight.
And a great drive from him. Is there anybody else action going on further down the field?
And Walcott is approaching the last few turns here to claim another podium finish. So he's missing races, but when he races, he's on the podium.
Yeah.
So that doesn't affect him at all. So he races like every 2 months, and then he gets a podium.
Yep, it works
There
out.
he goes. Good job there, Richard Walcott. And then we have Lalancette and the rest of the humans.
Mills will be, to be honest with you, I don't even think Mills will be upset because that's just so fun when you get in a race like that.
Yeah, that was so amazing. Kovacic
actually
in
okay, even if
P6, at least temporarily. I'm not sure if there's going to be some complaints coming his way. Sanabria, are these two still racing or?
Dozo going to get P9. Orego is finished P10. Broderson finished in P11.
Oh,
so
he missed it.
by 1 point. He needed the Josh Mills Riera crash. It did not come.
Wow, what a race we had.
Mills is going for a race on Riera right here, but yeah, and that's what I was saying is that, you know, Riera hadn't managed to overtake Mills once, and it just felt like he just needed to get it done, and then he would be able to kind of hold on. So Mills would be a little bit devastated not to come out here with it, but he didn't do.
Well, he did everything right. I mean, just that probably the mistake that we missed is what cost him the race. But I'm curious to find out, possibly during the interviews, if Riera was, holding holding his pace in that second stint.
This is where Riera says that I had it under
Yeah,
control.
I had it under control. I was saving fuel, tires, wings.
Well, that was fun.
Well, let's go over the results quickly here. Let me put the overlay on the screen while these guys get back into the pits. P1, I'll let you do the honors.
Is our genius Riera and the Aston Martin with the win and the fastest lap of the race as well.
Josh Mills in P2 for Red Bull.
Richard Walcott, the first of one Ferrari in the field in the end of the day.
Jean-Pierre Lalancette in the other Red Bull in P4.
Double TO P5.
Dejan Kovacic in P6 for Haas.
Sanabria recovers to P7.
Richard Haney, the first kick sour, in P8.
So does get points, but be a little bit disappointed with P9.
Juan Orego in P10, so that rounds the top 10. Let's see who missed out on the points.
Stephen Broderson was the first person to miss out, P11.
And then we have the first of two Greeks, Sotiris Stergiou in P12 for Williams.
Salas, the Mr. finishes in unlucky P13.
14 goes to Jeff Oppenheim, his actual driver number, so he finished in 14 for Racing Bulls.
Team drivers finished actually fairly high attrition British Grand Prix in the end. Higgins, Ravi, Cook, Junior, Fisher, and of course Ezekiel Montero, who's been out of this race for a long time now. No points for him, full points for Riera. That might be curtains on the
The
title.
first retirement went to Montero. That was so... I did not see that one coming, but well, it happens. All right, let me see if we can get some people here to join for the interview. Right, let's see, we have, oh, they're already there, so let's go into that room. All right, so we have the podium finishers here with us.
So, first place and winning the race and taking a bit of a commanding lead now in the championship is our Janos Riera. And we really want to know, our Janos, were you pushing 100% the whole way behind Mills? Were you waiting for an opportunity at the end that you knew would come to overtake?
Yeah, I was pushing behind him, but was impossible to overtake him. Too much dirty air in the S, so I couldn't overtake in the third and second stint, I think.
So instead, you decided to do a pass at turn 1, which nobody does a pass at turn 1. Were you thinking about? We thought you would just wait for the straight, the Wellington straight, because you were pretty fast down through that first section, and we thought that's where maybe you would be able to do a pass, but you didn't hesitate at the first turn.
I wasn't thinking to overtake there, but he was very slow in the straight, so I can push the ERS, the push to pass, so I could overtake him, but was too much risk there, even with Montero out, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's what Janos wondered, was whether that would change your desire to win this race, would be knowing that, Montero's out, I get second place, 18 points. That's a pretty good day, but 25 is better. So congratulations there. And Josh, so close. Amazing start, just incredible start. Like we're trying to figure out exactly what happened and how did that happen, but it looked like a perfect start from your perspective and controlled the race. I felt like if you'd have had a couple more laps to kind of get used to maybe following Riera, you were starting to kind of get a little bit more of a grasp of your car through the fast section, and maybe you'd be able to kind of have another bit of attack on him. But yeah, so close.
Yeah, hurts a little bit. One that got away. But yeah, you're right. I think he practiced the whole race in my dirty air, so he had a little more knowledge of where he could attack and figure out how to get by. The reason he caught me so fast in that last stint is I was saving my battery, knowing he was probably going to catch me. So when he passed me, that was my last bit of battery that I had saved. So without the push to pass, it was hard to keep him behind there.
Yeah, we wondered if there was a mistake, because all of a sudden, we were like, we're going to get fired if we miss this fight. We were having fun watching some of the fights in the midfield because it felt like Riera was following you for a very long time, and we kind of kept checking back in. It looked like he was going to get close, but he wasn't really close enough. So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those that I think when you look back at it, you'll see that you don't have that glowing red 25 points next to your name for this race, but I mean, you can't be unhappy with just the fun and enjoyment of racing somebody that hard, that close, on a Thursday night. So I think you should be pretty pleased.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. I think it's probably the first race of the season. I was confident in my car, so I think every week since Red Bull Ring has kind of been building, so maybe I'll get a win before the end of the season.
Shame not the same can be said for Horner, but Walcott in P3, comes home, P3, solid race again. There was There was a point where we were wondering, is this going to be another Suzuka where you're going to stay out so long on the tires that it's going to pull you into contention? But it just looked like the pace of the front two was a little bit too much today. But how do you keep doing this, going 20 plus laps on the soft tires to start the race?
I don't know. It felt pretty good to me. I mean, the last 3 laps are probably overkill, but I really wasn't sure on the mediums making it 30 laps, so I just want to give myself a bit of buffer there.
You didn't want to use the hards at any point?
No, not if I didn't have to. It was in between a 2-stop soft medium or just go soft medium. I figured I'd just go soft medium to stay out of the traffic and stuff.
There was quite a lot of traffic. We were watching, and it felt like every single time somebody pitted, they came out next to a Haas. So it was very entertaining. And the last thing I'll go with Riera is just that me and Janos went on record and said that you made a cataclysmic mistake by pitting when you pitted.
Oh, yes.
Like, that is a very silly thing to do. Why would you wait and lose 5 seconds and then come and pit? And you won the race, and it turns out to be that you knew exactly what you were doing. So congratulations on that. Did you not think about pitting right away as soon as Josh did?
I thought to stay out, but just were very fast with the soft, so I had to try another thing. So that is. I wanted to do a one stop, but
Did it work? You came out with 25 points and 25 points more than Montero as well in the championship. So congratulations to you three. Thank you for a great race, and thank you, Janos, for joining alongside me and keeping busy with the replay button tonight.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about our next race, which is coming in 2 weeks. We're starting our second half of the season. That will be the Belgian Grand Prix from Spa-Francorchamps, July 24th. Everybody looks forward to that race.
July 24th, don't miss it. It's a Thursday night. You have to stay up late to almost 11 o'clock, but it'll be Spa-Francorchamps. It'll be fantastic, and it'll be SimRacingHub. I'm Matt Harto, alongside me, Janos Magasrevy. For now, we will say good night.